Here we are. I just installed Mastercam 2020 Home Learning Edition. Available to anybody free, so you can learn free how to learn Mastercam. You just can't produce G-code with it. But most of us are just learning, so making a part is not that important at this point. Just learning how to use the stuff. Let us go and where did they stick it? There it is, right down here. We'll let this power up. I've been a Mastercam user for a while, kind of a new Fusion 360 user. Okay, sometimes you might get this end user agreement. You just click on it, hit continue. It's going to load up. Just like any CAD product, it's computer heavy, so there's a lot of files it has to load up. Let's see. Still loading. But once it's loaded and running, it should be good to go. My particular computer, I have dual monitors with not the latest and greatest, but I am running Windows 10. Oh, here we are, right here. Mastercam Design 2020. Okay, and I'm also going to do the Titan video using the Home Learning Edition. And you can also start a My Mastercam account. So here we are. This is your startup page. And there's some side folders here. This is known as a pin. If you have a small screen, you could put that on, and it could make it a bigger screen, and you can make these pop out as needed. This is the home page, wireframe or sketching page. This is where you're going to draw from. I'm going to skip over surfaces, go to solids. This is where you do your solid modeling. Skip over drafting is for doing some drafting stuff. Sometimes I'll write notes in here or make a little setup sheet. Transform is for moving things or copying things. And then machine will be what machine you're going to pick to get into the toolpath area. And then views are, just like it says, you're moving stuff around and stuff. If you right-click your mouse, you'll get this thing. It's real basic to get some views right here. You can configure this, but just stick with the stock one for now. And this means if you're drawing in the wireframe, what kind of lines you're going to get. And these three color codes. So this will be, you can actually draw in different colors. This is a color palette for the wireframe. This would be for solids, and that would be for surfaces. And you can also store each thing, they call them entities in Mastercam, on a different level and a different Z. We'll get into all this stuff later, so I'm just going to click my way out of it. Up here, you also have another box up here called Auto Cursor, another one called Fast Point, which we're going to be using. Okay. And I'm going to pause this and okay, just to resume, I'm on Titan's page now. You all should have if you have an account, you have free access to all this learning. We previously had done all the Fusion 360 modules, but now we're doing how to program, how to design. Let's do how to design right here. Oops. Oh, there's some other stuff in here. Okay. Like this one, you need to download the tool library for Mastercam. You want to have this drawing sheet. You need those 3 sheets to draw. And then setup sheet's going to be for your tools. And then if you actually make the part, inspection report and checklist. So Tormac, we're not using that machine right now. We're going to use a Haas machine in our school. Titan with them drawings. So you're going to download these drawings. Download. Open. So I have these drawings right here. Okay. I'm going to save them so I have them to use. I'll put it right here with my Titan Mastercam. Oh, I already have them saved right there. Okay, but if I was to save them, here we go. All right, go back here, go back here. And I would download the tool library. Right here it says Mastercam tool library. I'm going to save that. We'll get into how to install that later. And then, well, look at that. I already saved it before Christmas. So there's my tool library. And then we'll get into setup sheet. Download that one. Save as. I'm going to put SU here for setup. Save. And I also want to open it. Nope, there's our setup sheet. Okay. We have material size and tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And some setup information like using parallels or soft draws. We use soft draws, but this is going to be our setup information, how to set up. So if you were on the shop floor, this is what I have to do all the time. They'd give me a setup sheet and say, okay, I want you to set up this job. You're going to make this part number. You got to get this material, or there be material already cut. And this is where the XYZ is going to be. This is our suggested setup, and get these tools set up. All right. I really like his procedure because it's just like it is in the real world. All right. Let's do the CAD.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Titan.
All right. Let me just go to full screen. There we go. Going to watch the video. I'm just going to mute this for a minute. And we could talk about that stuff. We want to talk about how to draw here. So you got your sheets. So what we'll draw first is the rectangle. We'll extrude it and make it a solid and go from there. All right,
dimensions for the rectangle and the thickness of the part.
Okay, let's keep on going. All right, so we said wireframe, rectangle, and our side box starts opening up. Okay. Let me go to exit the full screen. I'm going to see if I can do all right, go back to this screen. All right, so I'm in my home wireframe. I want to be wireframe, rectangle. Oh, I should turn on some settings here. I have nothing up here. Go back to home, view tab. Show axes is shown. Show genomes. Show grid. See the grid right there? That's like the cross center. And it's got little dots on there. And don't turn on snap to grid. But this gives you like plane orientation. And I'll show you something that was taught to me in another course. The spacing is 1/4 inch apart. And I'm going to make this only 1 inch. And I'm going to save all settings. Yep. Okay. I thought I had a speedy computer. Here we go. And I'm going to right click and hit the fit button. It's going to zoom up. Oh, I should have zoomed up. There we go. So we've got this little plate here. So if I hit top view, right click top view, this is top. I'll hit fit. It'll zoom up. Oh, it's not zooming up because I don't have anything in. Aha. Okay. This is one way I use to get my orientation. And another one is to press the F9 key right there. And that gets you orientation. I really want to figure out how to turn on that middle button. Show genome. Select. Looks like these are all selected. But I'll figure that out later. All right, I'm going to go back to wireframe. Rectangle. Right up here is your follow directions page. select a new position. We're going to use this upper left corner. I'm going to drag in this direction. In some of the other drafting products, they'll have you click on this and then resize it. You could do that, but Mastercam, you're probably better off just letting this be unfinished and then type in your size this way. So it's going to be 4-inch positive. Hit the tab button, and down here, this will be negative direction. So I'm going to go negative 1.9. All right, so now it's made a blue box over here. And right now it's trying to draw another rectangle. So I'm just going to hit the green plus. I'm done with rectangles. Okay. And I can even turn off my F9. So this is my XY plane coordinate. I'm going to hit the fit button, and now this resumes. And I like this unzoom 80% button. Or just roll your mouse in and out. So I'll go between that and isometric view. Top, fit, unzoom. Okay. Next thing I'm going to go is I'm going to turn on all these permanent right here. Tool path, so we can see this on the side. And I am on level 1, and I drew 4 things, 4 entities. So now I want to make a solid out of it. Now you can actually separate all this stuff up front if you want. I'm going to do that right now. 2, I'm going to call this solid. And I'm going to go to the solids and hit extrude. And it comes up with this chaining menu. And the only selections we can make that right now are wireframe. And it's suggesting chain. So I'm going to click on this, and notice it gets everything. And in Mastercam, you got to use these green OK or I don't want to do it cancel buttons. So I'm going to hit green OK, and is made a suggested solid, but probably not what we want. So I want this to be my Z. So I want this to be. Let me see if I can grab this. I want to go that direction. All right. So you notice this number is changing and this number is changing. We hit the tab button. That's now live, and I'm actually above 0 right now. So let me make this negative 0.75 down. Okay. Hit fit. And if I like that, I'm going to hit, if I hit apply, this is the blue button, that means I'm going to make more extrusions. If I'm green, it means I'm done, and red means forget it, I'm bailing out. I'm going to hit green for done. All right. I'm going to re-ISO this and refit the screen. Okay, so I got my block, which is page 1 of the Titan tutorial.